Dear students, this class we shall discuss direct and reported speech, book 4, Invitation to English, page 122. Direct and reported speech, page 122, book 4, Invitation to English. You say, we shall start by an example. Suppose you are in plus 2, second year, science. You are 3 friends in good relation. Ramesh or X, Y, Z. Z is in the college. And while he was coming to college, Z is in the college. While Y was coming to college, he met X in the bus stand. Then Y asked S, why are you in the bus stand? Will not go to college? No. I shall not go to college. I am going to Keonjhar. I am going to Keonjhar. X said to Y. Then Y went to college, met Z. Z asked, why, where is X? Y said, X will not come. He said me, he was going to Keonjhar. Let us analyze the speech of X and Y. When Y asked X, why you are standing here? Don't you go to college? No. I am going to Keonjhar. Tell this speech, what kind of speech this is? This is the direct speech of X told to or said to Y, and X said it in his own words, that I am going to Keonjhar. I am going to Keonjhar. X said, I am going to Keonjhar. It is directly X said to Y. When Y reached college and Z asked, where is X? Y said, in his own words. Y said, what X said in his own words. Y said that, X said that he was going to Keonjhar. So Y only said in his own words what X said. So what Y said to Z, he said indirectly. He did not say what exactly, what words X used, but he said, he reported to Z the meaning of the speech of X. He reported what X said. So it is the report. So he said indirectly the meaning of what X said. So it is the indirect speech or the reported speech. Sorry. Said that. Y said to Z the meaning of the speech said by Y, X, not the exact words. So he reported it, that is called indirect speech. When we write indirect speech, what happens? In the direct speech, X said, comma, I am going to Keonjhar. It is the speech of X. It is within inverted comma. So the direct speech is written within inverted comma. Before the direct speech, there is a verb said. It is called reporting verb. It is called reporting verb. And there is a comma after the reporting verb. So students, how direct speech is written? In the direct speech, there is one reporting verb before the speech, direct speech, and after the reporting verb, there is a comma. And the direct speech is written within inverted comma. Direct speech is written within, it may be single or double, within inverted comma. It is a direct speech. You mark, X said, I am going to Keonjhar. In the direct speech, I, the subject is I. I refers to whom? X. X is the boy. I refers to whom? X. X is the boy. So when in the indirect speech, naturally, the subject of the direct speech changes. So because X is a boy, third person singular number, I, first person singular number, I change into he, because X is third person singular number and masculine gender, male. So he. And there is one conjunction that used after the reporting verb said. I am going to Keonjhar. In what tense it is? It is in present tense, present progressive tense. And the reporting verb said it is in past tense. So in the indirect speech, because the reporting verb is in past tense, in the indirect speech, the tense changed. It became past progressive. So he was going to Keonjhar. So you got the idea? Direct speech or reported speech or indirect speech. Direct speech is spoken directly by the speaker. Direct speech is spoken directly by the speaker. And what is the indirect speech? Indirect speech is the report what the speaker said in the direct speech. So there are certain changes when we change a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. The most important is the direct speech is written within inverted comma. Before that, we have got a verb. It is said here. It is called the reporting verb. It reports, give the information. It is the reporting verb. After reporting verb, we use a comma. Then starts the direct speech. In the indirect speech, the tense of the indirect speech changes according to the tense of the reporting verb. Because it is said here in past tense, so am going changed to was going. And I, the subject in the direct speech, it refers to X. X is a boy. Third person, singular number, masculine gender. So it is he. Because it is he, so we used was. Had it been they, we would have used were. So these are the changes from direct speech to indirect speech. Acha. The speech in which the actual words of the speaker are repeated. The speech in which the actual words of the speaker, I am going to Keonjhar, are repeated is known as direct speech. Here the actual words of the speaker himself said, X said, I am going to Keonjhar. Then what is indirect speech? The speech in which the theme or the meaning of the speaker's speech is given is called indirect speech. Is called indirect speech. Acha. You see, direct speech has two parts. One is the reporting verb. The verb reports, the tense. Reporting verb. Another is the reported speech. It is reported, but it is reported. To Z. The reporting verb and the reported speech. And who is the reporter? The speaker is the reporter. I am going to Keonjhar. I. Here I, it refers to X. I the speaker, he is the reporter. And the verb that speaks about the report of the speaker is called the reporting verb. And the words of the speaker which are repeated in the indirect speech called the report. The verb, the words of the speaker which are repeated are known as reported speech. Okay? I said the reporting verb, after the reporting verb there is a comma, and the reported speech of the speaker is written within the inverted comma, and the subject starts in capital letter. Okay? And the reported speech, this can use any tense. And what happens in the indirect speech? In the indirect speech, the commas, all the commas, the inverted comma and the comma after the reporting verb, they are removed in the indirect speech. And then one conjunction, suitable conjunction, that one conjunction is used after the reporting verb. The tense of the tense of the reporting verb, it is in past tense. It does not change. Rather, the tense of the indirect speech changes according to the tense of the reporting verb. The tense of the indirect speech changes according to the tense of the reporting verb. What? Such as, I am going to Keonjhar, present progressive. He was going to Keonjhar, past progressive. Am changed to was. I changed to he, because I refers to X. X is in third person singular number, masculine gender, pullinga. So he. Okay? Acha. How many types of persons are there in English grammar? 3 persons, first person, second person, and third person. What are first persons? I, my, me, we, our, us. Okay? And first person is changed into the subject of the reporting verb. Second person, you, your, yours, changed according to the object of the reporting verb. Third person, he, him, his, she, her, hers, they are, them, etc. does not change. Okay? Then let us analyze the change of tense in indirect speech. When you see students, when the reporting verb in the direct speech is in past tense, then the tense of the indirect speech changes into past tense. First point, if the reporting verb in the direct speech is in past tense, what happens? In indirect speech, the verb changes into past tense. Then how? Okay? There are, you know what are the division of tenses? Indefinite or simple, progressive, perfect, perfect continuous. The one tense is divided into 4 parts: simple or indefinite, imperfect or progressive, past present simple, past simple, present progressive, past progressive, present perfect, past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Then what happens in indirect speech? Present simple. In the indirect speech, the present simple changes into past simple. Present simple changes into past simple. Example. He said, I feel ill. Inverted comma. He said, I feel ill. Reporting verb said, I feel ill. I refers to he. If it is in direct speech. If we change into indirect speech, it would be, he said that I refers to he. So I will change to he. Third person singular number. He, the reporting verb is in past tense. Said. So feel will not remain in present tense. It will change into past tense. Felt. He felt ill. He said that he felt ill. Okay? So, when the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported speech or direct speech is in simple present tense, I feel ill, then the verb in the indirect speech changes into simple past. The present progressive changes into past progressive. Progressive. He said, Ramesh said, I am going home. Ramesh said, I am going home. I refers to Ramesh. Ramesh is masculine gender. Then, indirect speech, Ramesh said that I changes into he. He was going home. Okay? I am going home. present progressive in direct speech within inverted comma, the reporting verb is in past tense, then what happened in the indirect speech? The indirect speech changed into past progressive. The present progressive changed into past progressive. I am going home, he was going home. And that is the conjunction after the reporting verb. So, the present perfect becomes past perfect. Gita said, she has, sorry, she nahi, bhul kar li. I have completed the task. Gita said, I have completed the task. Who has completed the task? It is Gita. Gita is a girl. And I refers to Gita. And it is in present perfect tense. Reporting verb is in past tense. In the indirect speech, the present perfect will change into past perfect. Gita said that I refers to Gita because Gita is a girl. She is a feminine gender. So I changes to she. She, what is the past tense of have? Had. She had completed the task. Okay? Okay. Acha. Then another point. If the reporting verb is in past tense and the direct speech is in simple past, then what happens? Hari said, Girish stole my book. STEAL, steal, chori kariba. Past tense stole, stolen. Okay. Hari said, Girish stole my book. Kiye mo bhai chori kala? Hari said, Girish stole my book. What is the tense here? It is simple present. Subject plus past tense of the verb plus object. If we change into in the indirect speech, what happens? The simple present becomes past perfect. Hari said that Girish had stolen Girish had stolen his book. So, if condition is, if the reporting verb is in past tense and the direct speech is in simple past tense, then in the indirect speech, the tense changes into past perfect tense. But there is no change in past perfect tense in the indirect speech. There is no change in past perfect tense in the indirect speech. Acha. The The minister said, comma, inverted comma starts, the president had read the report already. The minister said, reporting for past tense. The president, sorry, मैं एपटू पढ़े लिखी, the president, देखा जाऊँ तो सब, the president had read the report already. In which tense the direct speech is? The direct speech is in past perfect tense. If we change into indirect speech, there is no change in the tense. It is, the minister said that the president had read the report already. Okay? Acha. Sometimes what I said, if the reporting verb is in past tense, direct speech is in present tense, then in the indirect speech the verb becomes past. But in some cases it does not become so. Suppose in the suppose one morning two friends are talking. Okay, when Sheila is coming to the hostel, three friends are remaining hostel. Sheila is absent, has gone to her home, and other two friends are talking. Oh, when Sheila is coming? Another friend says, okay, Sheila is coming this evening. They are talking in the morning. Sheila is coming this evening. So it is the near present. It is the near present. You can change it in a speech. Rakhi said that Sheila is coming this evening. It is correct. You may write, Rakhi said that Sheila was coming this evening, but more correct is, Rakhi said that Sheila is coming this evening because this is the near present. This is the near present. Okay? Acha. Then comes the change of verbs and adverbs. Acha. You know it. If the reporting verb is in past tense, in the direct speech, in the indirect speech, the verb changes. How? Is and am changes into was, are changes into were, have and has change into had, was were change into had been, shall changes into should or would, will changes into would, may changes into might, and can changes into could. Okay, acha. Then other words replacing, denoting the distance. The words expressing nearness, pakha, become distant, dura. Suppose if now is used in the direct speech, in the indirect speech, now changes to then. These changes to that. These to those. Here, there. Hither, thither. Hence, thence. Thus, go. So, ago, before. It expresses the distance. today, that day, tonight, that night, tomorrow, the next day or the coming day, yesterday, the last day, the previous day, just then, next week, the coming week or the following week, next month, the coming month or the following month, next year, the coming year or the following year. Okay? Acha. Then comes another. You know, in some cases, the tense does not change. In case of permanent truth or universal truth, habit or habitual action, habit or habitual action, in all these cases, or universal truth, the tense does not change. Suppose Hari said, the earth is round, पृथ्वीटा गोल. हरि कहिला पृथ्वीटा गोल. ताल इट इज ए ट्रुथ. इट इज ए ट्रुथ. पृथ्वी गोल. It cannot change. So when we change it into in that speech, Hari said conjunction that the earth is round. It is a truth, scientific truth. Earth is round, no change of tense. Another, he said, oil floats on water. पानी तेल पकेले कौन हम तेल बुड़ी जीव ना भाषिव इट फ्लोट्स. इट इज द साइंटिफिक ट्रुथ. It always floats. So no change of tense. No change of tense. Hari said that oil floats on water. Hari said that oil floats on water. Here scientific truth, universal truth, habitual action, no change of tense, etc. Or Hari said, Puri is famous for what? Famous. Famous for what? Lord Jagannath. Puri is famous for Lord Jagannath. It is true. So Hari said that Puri is famous for Lord Jagannath. No change of tense. No change of tense. Acha. Students, the question sentences. Okay, reporting yes or no, WH question sentence. WH question sentence. WH, what are the WH question sentences? Who, question words, WH question words. Who, where, which, how, whom, etc. WH question words. In some we make question sentences by using WH question words. So when the direct speech is in WH question sentence, what will change in the indirect speech? Teacher said to Bimal, when did you meet Shobha? What is, in the question sentence we put a question mark at the end of the sentence. First comes the verb, then the subject. You see, the teacher said Bimal. Here the helping verb. Sorry, the reporting verb is said. What happens in the question sentence? In the question sentence, the reporting verb changes. The reporting verb changes into questioning verbs. Here it can be, in a question sentence, the reporting verb can change to ask, inquire, etc. and etc. So here, what would be? The teacher asked Bimal. Generally, we use the conjunction that in the indirect speech. But in a WH question sentence, no conjunction is used. No conjunction is used. In its place, WH question word is used. When, and it becomes a statement. The question sentence becomes a statement. When you refers to Bimal. So it is he. When he had met Shobha. Because it was in simple past, it became the past perfect. And in place of to, when is used the WH question word. And you refers to Bimal. Bimal is boy. Masculine gender, it is he. And it is, the said is changed into asked. Changed into asked. So when the sentence, you see, first keep it in mind that a question sentence becomes a statement. What is a statement? The question sentence ends with the question mark. And what is the construction of the question sentence? First verb, then subject. In a statement, first subject, then verb. So in the indirect speech, the question sentence changes into assertive sentence or the statement. Second point is, the reporting verb changes into a questioning verb. Asks, wanted to know, inquired, etc. etc. and etc. And in place of that, the WH question word is used after the reporting verb. It is the WH question sentence. There is another question sentence called yes or no question sentence. Yes or no question sentence. What happens? Bhupen, it is in your book. Bhupen, suppose Bhupen told to the teacher. Bhupen said, may I come in, sir? Suppose Bhupen is 5 minutes late. The teacher is teaching in the class. He is at the door and ask the teacher, May I come in, sir? May I come in, sir? Tell here, Bhupen asked the permission of the teacher. Asked the permission to the teacher to come in the class. Tell it would be Bhupen asked the teacher. You can use the conditional clause if or whether. Here in the yes or no question sentence, the teacher will say no, don't come. The teacher can say no and the teacher can say yes, so it is yes or no question. The teacher can say no, don't come. The teacher can say yes, come. It is the question, it is the question sentence. So Bhupen asked the teacher in the question sentence, in place of that you will use if or whether. If or whether. If he could come in. If he could come in. Then what changes? The reporting verb changes into ask, and in place of, after the reporting verb, in place of that, if and whether, if and whether are used, know that, and also the verb changes. Verb changes. Acha. Then comes imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. You tell me, students, what is an imperative sentence? Imperative sentence is a sentence without a subject. In a sentence we have the subject, but imperative sentence does not have a subject. The subject is omitted. And what is the subject? You. If you are sitting in the class, what the teacher says, hey, get out. You disturb other students, you get out. Only the teacher say, get out, means you get out. But you is not used here. When he say get out, it is the imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is the sentence without a subject. Then what happens in the imperative sentence? So, the imperative sentence is without a subject. Rajiv said to his servant, comma, inverted comma, post the letter. He said to his servant, oh, go to the post office, post the letter. Means you post the letter. You post the letter. Then what is the verb here? Said, Rajiv, what? Requested or ordered his servant. Here, Rajiv gave order. Ordered his servant to post the letter. In imperative sentence, the verb changes into order, request, suggestion, or propose. And after the reporting verb, to is used. To is used before the indirect speech. Okay? Then come to exclamatory sentences. Exclamation, आश्चर्य करो. Oh, what a beautiful scene. What a beautiful scene. In exclamatory sentences, oh, what a poor scene. In exclamatory sentences, that the feeling of joy, feeling of sorrow, or the feeling of surprise, feeling of surprise. Then how it changes into indirect speech? She said, how lovely the child, how lovely the child is. That is a note of exclamation. It is note of introduction, prashnavachak chinna. It is a note of exclamation, vismaya suchaka chinna. She said, how lovely the child is. Here it can be, she said that it would be, the exclamatory sentence would change into a statement. The child was lovely. Suppose you have visited Konark, you are seeing the murtis, the idols, and she surprises. He said, what a beautiful scene. He said, what a beautiful scene. It may be, he said in joy, sorry, in joy, joy that it was a beautiful scene. So the exclamatory sentence changes into statement, and the verb is changes to express joy, surprise, or sorrow. There are another sentences. Another sentence we express wish, icha. When you meet your friend in the morning, what do you say? Ramesh, good morning, Ramesh. You say, good morning, Ramesh, means you wished Ramesh good morning. You wished Ramesh good morning. These are called optative sentences. Optative sentences. In optative sentences, in place of said, we use wish or bid. Wish, bid. I am giving the example. He said to me, good morning. It is a direct speech. When you reach the office gate, another colleague met you and he said, good morning. Well, what would be it in indirect speech? He wished me, said he changed into wished. He wished me, he wished me good morning. It is the optative sentence, the sentence of wishing something. Another, suppose you are departing, going away from your friend. Your friend says, bye. Yes or no? Yes. So, or it is goodbye. It is goodbye. He said, good bye friends. Goodbye friends. Here, what would be the verb in the indirect speech? Bead, bed, bead. Bead, bed, bed. B-I-D, bead, past tense bed. He bade, B-A-D-E, his friends goodbye. He bade his friends goodbye. It is the objective sentence. Here, the reporting verb changes. So, dear students, it is all about direct speech and reported speech. I discussed it in this class in detail regarding the tense, regarding the verb, regarding the subject and all other things. You make a practice from the book, from also other sample papers, so that you can do well in the exam. Thank you. Bye.